impressive as it is. During the season, you guys have the best plus minus, so the most points scored during the season, not the least points afforded, but it's still pretty good. How do you guys feel going into the playoffs?
Very confident.
Very confident?
Yes, sir.
Think
We're
it's
going
gonna-
to the finals, Simon. The playoffs have already happened.
It's okay, fine, but
Make
the
sure.
following game on
Make sure you're
Sunday.
paying attention to what's happening in FPL.
I'm not. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Very confident. Like it's going to be a blowout. They're very confident that you're going to squeeze it out.
We're not looking for a blowout. We're just here to like play our game. Like we've been playing the same way since the beginning of the season. I think it worked, and especially in playoffs, if you look at our scores, it's pretty terrible what happened to the other teams, and we just want to continue in that role and just get that final.
You guys have the flashiest jerseys in the division. How hard is it to find subs that will bring an orange jersey to your games?
Ben, c'est pas vraiment difficile là, parce qu'on leur en fait faire comme sur le tas, là, on en trouve d'autres. Là. Fait que,
Ah, t'as aidé avec ça, ok.
ouais.
Or we go pennies. We go for pennies.
Sinon, ouais, parce que ça nous est arrivé plus tôt dans la saison, là, puis on a wear des pennies. Là.
For sure.
Si vous aviez échangé un joueur de votre équipe, comme t'as pas le choix en fait, t'échanges un joueur de ton équipe pour un joueur de l'équipe des Bronsons, vous avez joué contre eux cette saison.
Ouais.
Il faut que t'échanges un de vos joueurs contre un des joueurs de leur équipe. Qui t'échange contre qui?
We don't trade.
Non, mais t'as pas le choix. Faut que tu drop un de tes gars.
En tant que GM, je traderais personne. Là.
Mais t'as pas le choix.
J'ai vraiment pas le choix.
Moi, je pense que leur meilleur receveur, il est moins bon que nos 5 receveurs.
Ouais, moi aussi,
Ok.
je pense.
Ben, au pire, ship un gars en défense, on s'en fout.
Ouais, un gars.
Même en défense, pour vrai, je pense que notre pire défenseur, il est peut-être égal à leur meilleur. Parce que si on regarde leur interception cette saison, on a peut-être le double et demi, peut-être le triple, je pense.
That's not so nice.
Mais-
So basically nobody.
Nobody. No answer to
we-
that
we
question.
were not
You got
There's no
nothing.
answer.
Non.
Faut t'échanger quelqu'un. Nope.
No, we ain't.
Nope.
So, I've been a fan of Alpha Tees from the first season. I remember I was doing the podcasts, and I was from the first week I saw you guys. I was like, these guys are awesome. I recruited Jesse to play on one of my teams as well because of how much I liked watching you guys play. Where did the team name come from?
À la base, ça vient de mon travail parce que j'étais entraîneur dans un gym. Puis l'équipe était supposée être composée de juste comme des entraîneurs. T, c'était pour trainers. Puis Alpha, c'était juste pour que ça soit catchy un peu. Puis quand les plans se sont comme faits, ben, on n'était plus assez. Fait qu'on a ramassé une couple de gars d'ailleurs. Puis on est juste resté par après.
Okay.
Fair. Selon vous, qu'est-ce qui est le meilleur de votre équipe? L'offense ou la défense? Comme c'est quoi votre point fort des deux?
La défense.
Yeah, our defense is pretty good. We make good picks and we score after. So like,
Oh, we saw it last week on Tuesday when you guys played the Gators.
yeah.
Whereas the game was tight heading to halftime,
Yeah.
and then when Jesse got pick sixes, the game was over already. You got the first one on the wheel route, and then the game was pretty much over at that point. And you got the second one later during the game. But basically, the offense wasn't stalling, but the game was close until the defense stepped up.
Exactly.
We're kind of grinders on offense and good on defense.
It's fair.
So you guys added some players in the off season. Who was the best addition? Like, who's the key addition for your team this season?
Je dirais que c'est une combinaison pour vrai. Il y a plusieurs joueurs sur le roster qu'on connaissait pas. On a gardé peut-être juste 3 ou 4 joueurs de la saison passée. Mais mon coup de cœur pour la saison, c'est Jérémy Ledoux qui est arrivé en plein milieu de la saison, qui a joué avec moi en Division E. Il a fait des vraiment bons jeux pour nous, puis j'ai trouvé excellent. Petite mention spéciale aussi à Alex David, Georges Livoyer, que même Brian qui prennent beaucoup de place sur notre cap, puis qui se retrouve à avoir des rôles à remplir chacun, puis tout le monde accepte vraiment bien son rôle. T'sais. En termes d'équipe, là, tout le monde, je pense qu'on pourrait se passer le flambeau des fois, mais d'ordre général, je suis vraiment content de tous les gars.
C'était quoi votre game la plus dure cette saison? Quand tu regardes c'est dur, c'est
Game-
probably comme Gamecocks.
Gamecocks.
Mais c'est-tu vraiment la sorte de game que soit vous avez mal joué ou il était juste vraiment comme up to the task?
Les deux, je pense que les deux équipes, quand on s'est fessé dans la saison, nous on était sur une pente montante, puis eux aussi, on était à un point fort. On passait les faces avec Jordan Prison, on a été surpris avec Goloff, sauf qu'il avait sorti une bonne performance. Je sais que par après, il n'a pas maintenu ça pendant la saison, mais offensivement, on se tradait blow for blow, puis défensivement, aucune des deux équipes trouvait son rhythm. Ça a été une bonne game.
The night before the finals, I know you guys will probably be in bed early, chill, relax, but I'm going to be at a wedding with Alex David and George Voyer. Should I get them really drunk so they're loose the next day, or will the hangover bother them?
Well,
for the
personally,
game?
get them drunk if you want to.
All right.
We'll still play our game.
All right, cool.
It's
cool.
gonna be a pre-party.
So basically,
It's gotta
it doesn't
be-
matter.
It's gonna be a
Doesn't matter.
celebration. Anyways,
It
it's gonna
doesn't
be a
matter.
celebration after. Anyways.
So I'll ask the question to the other guys, not to you, Mathieu, Jesse, and Marc-Antoine. Dans votre équipe, qui des deux entre Alex David et Mathieu Hull would look better bald?
So he loses the Jesus hair, or Alex David loses the mullet?
Alex, je pense Alex.
Alex would
Alex would pull it better?
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it.
I can't-
Guys,
I can't. Alex?
why will Alpha Tees win the championship this Sunday?
Because we are Alpha T's. That would be it. We're not going in like with a mindset of if we lose. We're going in the mindset like we play like we play and we want to win. Like
À cause des les match-ups. Les match-ups des receveurs. Comme en rajoutant Brian puis Georges Elie, je pense que ça a amené une dimension à notre game qui est dans la D est trop forte.
Fair. S'il y a une chose de Frosty Bronsons que vous avez peur, c'est quoi? Une chose, que, selon vous, qui pourrait vous faire... The beard? Interesting.
the beard. No fear. No fear, man. No fear.
Moi, je dirais les joueurs qu'on s'attend moins qu'ils fassent des gros jeux, qui step up, puis qui fassent des jeux qui nous fassent mal.
Comme Terry Tam.
Entre autres, mais je pense à un de leurs wide receivers, je sais pas son nom, là, il est quand même athlétique, là, je l'ai vu récemment faire des gros jeux dans les games. Puis ça pourrait nous faire mal, sauf que je pense que d'ordre général, on va avoir une stratégie pour contenir ça. Puis ça, peut-être le QB, là, sa capacité de courir, on n'a pas fait un QB qui
court beaucoup.
nous a couru.
C'est le
tu sais.
seul QB qui a couru
T'sais,
contre nous.
C'est ça, tu sais, même en playoff, là, il y a Gators, Ghost, puis All Blacks, on n'a pas eu de la
Ça
grosse...
bouge pas beaucoup.
on n'a
On
pas eu-
peut pratique contre Jesse, fait que tu peux comme...
Ah, t'inquiète, je me pratique, c'est sévère. Là.
Nothing, please. You're
Well,
done.
we got the picks. We know why Alpha Tees. Well, you're leading the show, man.
Well, you look like you wanted to say something.
Well, I have one last question. How's that? Week 6, you guys faced the Gamecocks. You won that game 33-32. Was that the toughest challenge in your season so far?
Well, it was like in terms of like they were good guys. It was a tight score. Like I don't think we got that much tight scores in our season.
No.
And that game is pretty much like representative of like the challenge that we have to face. And now it's just the season for us is like behind us, and we're looking at the playoffs right now, and we're doing pretty good, and we're just looking forward to continuing that road and just beat Frosty on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Where are you guys celebrating? When you win, where are you celebrating? That's the most important thing. You guys got to plan that. That's a big deal.
There's pretty much no plan of well, there will be a celebration. There will be one, and where we don't know yet, but there will be on. And Elliot, I know you're listening right now, and you're gonna get drunk, buddy.
D'investir. So what's the final score, guys? Prediction for the final score.
40-28.
That's not bad. Réalistique.
Ouais.
34-18, something like that.
24-18.
34.
Ok. Tu prédis seulement que tu lances 24 points, c'est pas tant.
34.
Yeah, from the quarterback, that's not a good sign. No, 34-18. That'd be a good game. That'd be
That's good.
entertaining.
Yeah, I'm going like towards Valley, maybe 40-21, maybe. I might go in there.
Alright. Final thoughts, guys? Anything you want to say to the other team? Anything you want to
Any
add
trash
to the
talk?
show?
Trash talking? Well, that's pretty much in my role. Well, we are coming in ready. You guys better be ready because we're not stopping for you, and we're gonna crush everybody that's in our way until we get that trophy. That's pretty much it.
Pretty good.
On a des vétérans qui n'ont pas encore gagné. Brian, Georges Elie, Alex David. Je pense que
Ouais.
même s'ils ont un mariage, ils vont être prêts. Puis,
Yeah, I think so too. Knowing them.
It's
We're
true,
gonna
knowing
hear
them.
about that one forever. If
Yeah.
George and Alex David wins,
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be terrible.
we're gonna
I know. I've played with him way too many times. It's gonna be terrible. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just not.
George's gonna brag about it forever.
They might go into the marriage, but they'll get that championship ring real quick.
Oh.
Handle that.
That's fair.
All right, thank you guys.
All right,
Good
thank
luck
you.
on Sunday,
thank
and
you.
we'll see you guys Sunday before show.
Yeah.
So yeah, good luck.
。 Thanks.
Welcome back to Div D. First time we have a break in the whole season. I'm shaking up. So we switched teams around. We have Frosty Bronsons on the panel instead of Alpha T's. They were nice enough to you guys. They said you were terrible. No
that's
talent.
what
We
they
are
said.
terrible, so that's fine.
They laughed when we suggested Terry Tam was a productive player. Like,
Hey.
sure,
okay, Terry.
whatever.
Who would surprise us? Terry
Looks like a
Tam? Yeah,
Flintstone
okay.
vitamin.
According to the Facebook messages I get after the game, that's not true.
Do you really think you're good, Terry?
Yes.
I saw you lose on Tuesday.
You also saw me win twice, and you're going to see me win twice again on Sunday, especially against these guys.
So far during the season, we saw Frosty Bronsons essentially go from below 500
to 500
then,
back and forth
Yeah, and
forever.
then pull the upset over the Backyard Bullies in Week 10 to keep us out of the playoffs.
It wasn't
then-
nice, guys.
Sorry.
It's not an
wasn't
upset
nice.
when you're the better team.
To then
Also, to be fair, we made it further than you guys could have. So
That's
thank
very
you.
true. We did discuss that before. So Justin was mad. Said, how did these guys make it? I'm like, they did. We wouldn't have been in the finals, Justin.
Because we didn't have Justin at quarterback. That's why we made it.
Oh, he's
fair.
listening. By the
Keep
way.
on writing.
Um,
Keep on writing.
So on paper, the offense is Alex Hollowak, Terry Tam, and a sprinkle of Lonnie Johnson. Would you
Can
guys
we-
say that's accurate?
That's
Eagle, can,
very accurate.
Eagle, can you save that? That finally Pease gave me some recognition.
Well, technically, it's my
Yeah,
script.
because I'm reading his notes.
So
so
Lonnie Johnson is the third part of that offense.
do
So
you
not
think
James.
that's a fair description? Do you think that will hold you back in a finals game against such an athletic team?
Why would having three good guys
'Cause
do
it's
well
not-
hold you back?
It's not having 5 complete elements to your offense necessarily.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
complete.
Jam,
I
you're
fill
not
my pants
complete.
in very
That's
well.
fine.
Nice.
But I wouldn't
was
even.
gonna say
I
that,
wouldn't
actually.
even agree.
GM
with
and
that statement.
incompletions usually
No?
go in the same
No.
sentence, anyways. So
We don't even have 3 good pieces on offense. All we have is a quarterback who runs a lot. You know.
According, we have a
So-
one-man show.
You ran one time on Tuesday.
Yeah, and we still won.
I don't know how we won then. If you ran,
It doesn't
one
make
time.
sense.
That's
Doesn't make
mind-boggling.
sense.
I don't know.
Quarterback threw the most interceptions.
yeah,
in
threw the most
league. He's
interceptions
finals.
in the regular season too. Yeah.
He's
Do
in
you,
the
do you
finals.
think that his running ability gives him, if we're talking about James Nowakowski, quarterback, do you think that gives him an added advantage, or do you think that that's what caused sort of a lot of the regular season?
I mean, I think that
difficulties?
early on in the season, James was using his legs to kind of bail himself out, and then later on in the season, when we made our runs, is James using his legs just to kind of not bail himself out, but just to use it to his advantage, and to the point where by running he has something open like Josh or something open like Alex on a post or whatever, just him taking off. You know what I mean? And it's been interesting to see how James has evolved this season. From being the quarterback who's everybody said thrown the most interceptions in the league to now being pretty much flawless in the playoffs and making it to the finals.
If you had sort of like, how would you define his game as a quarterback? Like if you had to sort of put like 3 or 4 like
Playoff James or
Scrimmage
James in
James.
general?
the James coming to the finals.
Okay, the James coming into the finals. I think that one other thing is that sort of stigma of James as a running quarterback helps. It's a win-win situation for us because either the rusher comes in and starts breaking down in front of James and he has time to make that read and have the confidence to make that read, or the rusher comes in as fast as they can. James makes one move and then he can take off. So he has the best of both worlds right now. Either you have a rusher who's going to come to him quick that James is going to break the ankles of, or they're going to come in slow and he has the time to find who he wants.
I.e.,
Yeah, we don't
Not
get that
about that.
luxury, me and Alex. We don't get that luxury as a quarterback. We don't move. So
No, Alex
Alex can move.
so
don't
well.
even,
Can,
don't
but he doesn't.
ever put yourself in the same category
Seriously, we're talking about
as Alex
championship
Holloway.
quarterback, and then we're talking about a guy who looks like a grenade launcher. From like a
is the-
1980s like G.I. Joe ripoff.
Who is the
And if
grenade
you asked
launcher?
us who the baseball pitcher of the two of them was, you would always think
You
it
always
was
think it's
Simo.
Simo. and not-
But no.
No.
So far in the playoffs, guys, you faced the GOATs in a very emotional finish, winning 36-28. Terry Tam
Strategic
somehow
finish.
scored 3 touchdowns that game.
strategic.
Strategic finish.
Strategic?
Yeah, we could go with strategic.
Sure.
Yeah. All
Because?
Because we called the game.
because we called it.
All right.
It's all strategy. We called the game
So
exactly
you-
the way it was going to happen.
All right. That's
Terry
fair.
told me before the game they're gonna lose and then they're gonna get kicked off.
I said they're going to implode and lose.
Which is what happened.
I was surprised that Terry didn't also get ejected.
Calm, cool,
Well,
collected.
Terry Tam is known for being able to feed the fire a little bit when other teams are starting to lose their cool.
Alex knows that.
Then after that, you guys barely survived the struggle against 5-star. You guys won 14-13.
Strategic.
Then
No points in the second half.
Strategic.
Everybody has a
the
different
strategy was to not score in the second half. And then finally, Alex Hollowak had a big game against Justice League, winning at 31-28.
3 receptions, 3
31-20.
No, that was
No, we
Tuesday.
let them score at the end, and then we called the game.
Oh, it's a good point.
And then finally, an impressive win again against Backyard Bullies, 31-7. A very different kind of game than we saw in Week 10. Why was that game so different, Alex? Like in your mind, why was that second face-off against Backyard Bullies so different than the regular season matchup?
I think we sized them up after the first game. I mean, it's a very talented team, but we figured out their strategy. We basically put their receiver in a box. We locked the door. We threw away the key. And
Thanks to Adil for calling that defense.
great defense.
Yeah.
And it made the difference in the outcome. Also, our quarterback was much more comfortable in that one, having seen the defense once.
Yeah,
I
I also.
think-
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Jim.
think it all comes down to the fact that every time we play a team for the second time, we do better. So
Because they're always scared. Because if they won, they got lucky. If they won, then they're always thinking, okay, we shouldn't have won that game. This team is way too good to have lost.
Yeah, okay, Terry.
That's exactly what happened. So we beat the Bullies, and they tried to eliminate us by going for 2, and they would have if they had scored that. If they had beat us that
Yeah, you
game,
guys were out.
we were out. And they told us after that they were scared the most to play us out of any team in the playoffs. And I think that's the same way that everybody felt when every team that we played against felt the same way, except for the Justice League, and it didn't work out so well for them.
It's true.
And now it's going to be that way for these clowns out here.
So what will you guys take advantage of?
I gave you the chance, Matsur, but you didn't do it. You didn't take it.
What will you take advantage of when you play Alpha T's? Like, who are you picking on?
It's Alex David, the catch and drop.
Catch
Catch and fall.
The catch and fall.
Listen, he paid attention in grade school, and they said, "You see a fire, stop,
Stop,
jump, and roll."
Alex David, the very I'll say capable snapper.
former teammate of ours as well.
Former teammate of ours, yes. Spring cleaning that season, yeah. The weak link on that team.
I don't think there's any weak link. I mean, they
They're
call
all-
they call
they're very
themselves
good.
the Alpha T's, but look at these guys. They should call themselves the Avengers. You know, you've got Captain America, you've got Thor and
Wolverine over there with a splint on his finger.
These guys are excellent. So,
Wolverine, you got Thor, and I don't know what we'll give.
You know, you have to
Marc-Antoine
give him
Valley.
praises.
We'll give Marc-Antoine Valley Storm or something.
Interesting. What's the post game celebration for Frosty Bronson?
Frosty Bronson's.
No, I'm gonna do exactly what Mathieu did to the Instagram camera, and just kind of like, shh, and then and point it back.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. It was perfectly timed.
So basically, you're trying to feed off him.
No, we're just gonna beat them.
Which side of the ball will be more important for you guys?
Defense.
Always defense.
Oh, we saw that having 15 interceptions this season. Obviously, that's kept you guys in some of the games where you've seen James Nowakowski struggle. So, do you guys think that in a game where, let's say, he does not play as well as he's played the rest of the playoffs, do you think that your defense is good enough to get by a team like Alpha T's?
I think so. I think just testament to the fact that the two smallest guys on our team kind of lead in INTs right now. It shows that
True.
our defense steps up to the caliber of the offense we're facing, and they definitely have the most prolific offense in D at the moment. So the fact that we've been able to step up against like the top tier teams up until this point shows what we're capable
We also
of.
have the best rusher in the league, and
in the division.
Yeah, sorry, in the division. Well, I'll say league.
Who is?
Thomas Zorko.
Yeah, you gotta shut you guys up, man. This is your chance.
Tom Zorko with 21 sacks and 5 against the Bullies, I think. He had none against.
Yeah, 5 and won the weeks in the playoffs.
he had
So
got
5
he
against,
got sacks and buckets this season because he basically missed. He didn't get any sacks the first couple of weeks of the season, and then he missed another game or two for vacation.
And then
he just came back in the second half, and he just started
vacation didn't
pulling
well.
out flags twice at a time. You know, it seemed like so he's really been on point.
He's
for us.
been a key. He gives us the chance to jump certain routes, and he gives a guy like Josh a chance to to be able to play an aggressive style that he likes to play. And a young kid like Josh that we didn't have against the Alpha T's originally, I think that's going to bode well for us.
GM, you mentioned some of your smaller players.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you'll be able to deal with the Alpha T's size in the finals?
Got to do what you can to win. Play
That means
phys-
nothing.
I'm
You know I'm gonna make fun of you for saying
It
that.
legit
You know
means
that-
everything.
And you're going to do the
everything.
typical peace thing and cut me off before I have the time.
Exactly. So that way,
we're
it
both
sounds
in the
like we
wrong.
don't have a point.
How are we talking about size? Look at the panel here. You
Yeah,
have 3 guys
Jesus
who are
Christ.
at 200, if not over pounds.
solid
so
Jim's
230.
not 200 pounds.
The speaking of size, then, since the Draymond Green mishap with Snapchat, would you say that he's still undersized for his position?
Nope.
All right, fair. Guys, final score.
What was the score when we played them? in the regular
1918.
season?
1918.
1918.
For
It's
you,
gonna be an ugly
for you,
game.
I hope.
Yeah,
It's going to be a
hopefully
very
yes.
ugly game.
Okay.
I think that
It's
they're
gonna be
going to
dirty.
frustrate us just as much as we're going to frustrate them, and it's
I
going to come
agree.
down to who was the ball last.
Guys, Holloway?
Well, I think that since mathematics is truth, right? If you add up all the individual matchups, certainly the Alpha T's look better than us on paper. So it's going to come down to if they have the human error involved. If they make mistakes, then we'll have a chance to win. But if not, I could see something like 32-26 Alpha T's.
Quarterback struggling with
So
a broken
I
finger
see
over there.
everything
I
you're
don't
saying
Way,
sounds
way, to
really
pull
nice, but it's
way
like
to pull a GM and vote against
know.
your
Vote
team,
against
by
your
the
own
way.
team.
you're just like I feel like you're veiling insults and compliments. Like you're just like
Alex
this is
doesn't
not
know.
actually what I think. But this is what I'm gonna
you
say.
should hear
because
him
I'm
in
a
our
nice
huddle.
guy.
Yeah, there's nobody that does that better than Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should hear him in our huddle. That was a great catch for a player like you.
Yeah, most people come up here and they say this is a great group of guys. I'm proud to be on this team, but it's not really the case. We're not a great group.
We
of
all
guys.
hate each other.
We're a bunch of
We just wanna
social
win.
misfits.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted us on their team, so we just got
Like
together.
if you listen to us on the sidelines, like we're like constantly pointing out each other's flaws. Like a deal can't go 5 minutes without calling Lonnie old man. It seems like we thrive on sort of pointing out each other's foibles.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So the next question I want to ask is Frosty Bronson's win because
Defense.
You said that
defense.
before. Be,
Okay, so why ask
Because
the same question
defense.
twice?
Well, be better, Terry. Just
I asked
be
what the
better.
score would be.
Be English.
I think it comes down to the fact that they're very good, but they've also bowled over all their opponents.
Yeah.
We've fought each one of our opponents. We were originally out of the playoffs and fought our way back in and have made the most of the opportunity. So you better believe we're going to make the most of the opportunity on Sunday.
you better believe it.
Simon, any other questions?
No, that's about it. I'd like to hear Jim say stuff like "You better believe it."
You better
but-
believe it.
And then we're gonna see his face come crying out at halftime saying we're finished.
Gentlemen and Terry, final thoughts?
Terry, you want to go?
Okay, so final thoughts is it's gonna be a really good game. They're a great group of guys.
Oh,
Since when are you nice?
Oh my
We're
God.
gonna put our best foot forward.
I hate you so much.
Grip our sticks tight. You keep our sticks on the ice.
There's no ice there.
I have
Yeah,
a
whatever.
final thought actually that came across
Thank
my
you.
mind.
Thank you for saving me.
every
Like-
boring cliche.
You know what a Frosty Bronson is, right? Like
Yeah.
Pease chose us as the best named team. Okay, thank you. We'll take that. But what's an Alpha T? What is an Alpha T? Do you know?
Well, they
We
did
asked
mention
them.
it earlier.
It
Yeah.
has to
Okay.
do with.
We didn't listen, so
There was supposed to be a team that was supposed to be a group of trainers, and that was sort of the genesis of
Because
the team name.
I did a little Google research and I found two things, right? So an Alpha T can either be a supplemental testosterone booster, or it can be something that turns your skin white. So
Either way,
I've,
it's
I've,
awesome.
taken, I've taken the former.
either way, you're cheating, right? Either way, you're cheating. So.
Breaking news, put that on the scroller.
It's turning
Alpha
your
T's
skin
cheat.
white.
But I thought about it a little bit further, and I found something actually that is an Alpha T, and I'll just show it up to the camera here. This is the Alpha T. If you guys,
That's
get
gonna
it
be our
at
team
all.
name next year when we win.
So for those of you listening and not
Alf.
watching the podcast,
the Alf Tees.
It's a combination of Alf and Mr. T.
it looks like a little bit BB Genevieve. Like
It's true, eh?
This is
so
the
some
team
great,
mascot.
great graphic design work by Alex.
Yeah,
Holloway.
yeah,
I do
You came in
appreciate
prepped.
Yeah, of course.
I'll give
More
it to
than you,
them.
Pete.
And that
Yeah,
brings
they
us
can-
to
we'll sign it.
games of the week. There's only
We'll-
one game of the week.
we'll
When
sign it
and
for
where
them
is
and
it,
give it to
Simon?
It's Sunday at 6.
yes.
At Brossard.
But it's gonna be more like 6:30 because we always run late.
yeah.
But
That's Eagles'
si-
fault.
So assuming 6.
So, like for those who don't know and for those who haven't seen the FPF finals so far, what we do is we actually do a live broadcast where we have a play-by-play booth. I'll be in there with Simon, with Justin. We'll be making fun of Justin Blanchard, who wrote the article
Tried to
for
write the
Division D.
Literally for an hour and a half. Am I gonna make fun of Justin?
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be
Regardless
awesome.
what you
Finals-
do, Terry,
finals
we're gonna make
MVP.
fun of Justin.
Regardless of what any of us do, Justin will win the Finals MVP.
or he'll believe he earned it.
Well
Um,
deserved.
The thing is, so it's a really fun experience. From my first season in FPF, I remember there was the recording of the finals, and 6 months later, after the audio was poorly dubbed, and it felt like watching a black and white Chinese action film where
Everything was on
You're
delay.
basically listening to people talk about a game that they already know the result of.
and they're bored. You can hear in their voices they're bored doing it because it's a horrible exercise.
just
So
mute
since then, we've upgraded. We do it live. We have live replays. It's a lot
Streaming
of fun.
live on
Game-
YouTube.
The,
It's
the
pretty
stream
good,
live
to
on
be honest.
YouTube. The games are available to watch shortly thereafter, within a week. It's a great time for.
Within an hour, it's up.
Well, yeah. Sorry, my mistake.
No one asked
Just
you.
like the podcast, we have our mastermind eagle.
Yeah, just
behind
trying to be there.
We have some new features as well. We're going to try out that I won't promote because I don't know if they work. So we'll see.
We won't talk about it.
We'll
just
see.
yet.
We'll see how that goes.
Just like the scorekeeping. app.
Good luck. Good luck to Alpha T's. Good luck to Frosty Bronson's. So Simon,
Terry.
who's gonna win this game and why?
Oh, easy. Alpha T's 2 scores.
Because they're French.
Because
they're French and we're not.
Yeah.
That's Simon's. That's what Simon's
you're
pick
pretty
is.
French, Terry. Like you do.
Yeah.
No, Alpha T's 2 scores, 38-24. Because you wanted to hear because they have a better matchups. They're just gonna pick on Terry Tam and make it look bad.
I disagree, Simon. I think as much as I do like the Alpha T's, as much as I like the way the team is built, and they have so many matchups in their favor, I think what's going to happen is we're going to see Frosty Bronson's sort of grind down the clock. The Alpha T's admitted that they're going to have trouble with a running quarterback. Another thing people don't think about when a running quarterback's on the field is that they extend plays. There's less plays in the game,
forever.
and it will play into Frosty Bronson's favor. So while the matchups don't necessarily favor Frosty Bronson, the type of game this game will be, an ugly game, as Jim Clethers mentioned, is a game that favors them because they're not as pretty as the Alpha T's.
Okay.
Except for Alex Hollick, which is beautiful.
Well, Terry's not a.
You can agree with that.
The whole panel's not bad
It is.
looking.
Eagle. I think we're all good.
Well, you like yourself.
Even GM is a good looking guy.
So many lies. So that's it. That's our picks for the game.
That's basically the end of the show. So we'll go with our official sign off from Terry Tam, who's been doing it the whole season.
Shall I visit?
You're not Terry
No,
Tam.
you're not Terry Tam. It's. First, I want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in all season. Simon, good job. Chapman, not here as usual.
Fired.
Thanks to everybody. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We had a great time, and thanks to Justin for writing the articles. It was awesome. And salut la visite.